Alright, I think we're back. Fun times when this weird sample project just randomly decides, hey, how about we just kill your graphics driver? I mean, that's another reason why I saw that some people, which might be a good idea in hindsight now, have like a second machine where they run the stream on. We might be considering that as well. As we're working on graphics card stuff, it can happen quite easily that we blow stuff up. So maybe not such a bad idea to have a second machine. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was the rotation. So if I move now forward and do another, then we should be pretty much the same thing aligned, right? And then it's instead, it went positive instead, okay. Which makes sense because the blue light that I wanted to approach is 100, but it's 41 in the Z direction. So I guess if I do, for example, that's wrong. I wanted this. No to all. No. And then if I run that, and I move like that and like that, then take a capture here, then I should be close to that in terms of the position, right? That's interesting. Oh, because we have... Well, okay, but still... Or maybe not. Oh wait, it's negative. Okay, yeah, then it's the inverse, right? Yeah, that is the inverse. Because we go... Although it's still a bit weird that we have it like that. But that's maybe how it's defined, I don't know. Okay, but I see, maybe... Yeah, okay. I think it's okay, I think it makes sense. Maybe the colors are as well, not RGBA. Although there is none that would match anyways, so... So I assume it's this one. Or we are blue, which is this. So it is... It's actually not the inverse. At least not in sad. Just kinda weird. But if it is... Wait, let's do one more check. Let's move that light to 0 in X. Or like, let's move it at 0 in Z. Wrong. Should it not be at the end? Okay, it is at the end of the war. Okay. So we are looking down the x-axis, right? In that sense, then. Now we are going here plus x direction. We take a sample. And then here the uniform buffer is, yeah, whatever, I guess. I mean, yeah, that makes kind of sense. I guess if I do that and take a sample, it might align better with like the actual transform. That one or the other direction, right? Yeah, okay. Almost perfect, right? Okay, so this is the inverse. Okay, so we have that. And then the cluster AABBs are in the negative Z direction as well. Okay. And then in my case, let's see if that is the same, right? What is that? I need to look at that folder. That doesn't make any sense. Anyways, debug this one. Perfect launch. I really should add the scene to the do I have? Oh yeah, I do. Okay, point light, we move that down here, we increase it by 400. Let's move that to 0, 0, 6. And now we take a screenshot, sample. And then we have this. So our update light path is here. And we have pipeline here like that. Then we have the clusters, which looks fine. And they go all the way not quite sure why the cluster max is that, but okay. Whatever, don't question it. And then no pipeline here. So that's not the correct matrix. So we definitely want the other one, right? So we definitely want that one. Oops. Oh, I started it in Visual Studio. God damn it. Why did I do that? Okay, point light. We should save it like that already to ease our thing. And then let's put that at 5 to have like a nice value, I don't know. And then, yeah, let's take a snapshot. And now we put here our clusters. And then this one should be basically minus, exactly. So with that, shouldn't we hit a cluster? Shouldn't we be hitting that? Okay. So I guess that didn't hit it. So let's debug. It would be nice if you can do that somehow. Manually. Okay. It would be nice if we be able to say, show me where that one is hit, right? But I guess we just have to brute force. GL work group ID. Fascinating that that's 000. BSOD. What do you mean with BSOD? That's a little bit of brute force, which is a little bit disgusting. But my assumption is that none of them hit. Which is kinda odd. Let's see, why are we not hitting? Why is point light index always 1? That's not what it should be. So yeah, let me know what you mean with BSOD. I have no idea. Alright, and then we move our beautiful point light again. And then we take a snap. And then let's see. Global index count. Global point index count 1. That looks good. But is it written anywhere? Doesn't look like it. So I guess we never hit it. Which is kind of bizarre. But the problem is, how do I debug that? It's probably not very easy. Because for some reason, how does that even work? Why is it? So the batch index is fine, right? And then we have times the thread count. And the thread count is that, which I think is 0, right? Didn't we establish that this is kinda... Okay, now thread count is 576. So where was that again? It's probably better to look here. So we have the number of batches is the light count plus the thread count divided by thread count. So number of batches should be 1. Right? Yeah. And then batch index is 1, which is fine, I guess. Because, yeah, we start with 0 anyways. But then the GL invocation. Sorry. So what's my GL local invocation index? How does that come together? And what is that? That may be the mistake. Is that not the same? Oh, where do I find that shader again? Projects, this one. If that's the mistake, then I'm like so sad that it took me so long to find. It's probably that one, right? Always, why not? Local invocation index. No, it's exactly the same thing. Oh, but point light length. Oh, wait. So that's... But why is that important? No, right? Yeah, I am not quite sure where the problem is. Because even if... So that's light count, right? But that's like one, it doesn't really matter. Right in here. Damn it. SPO lights. Okay, no. Oh, yeah, no, here, light environment. So at the end of what? Oh, okay, yeah. That's one. Exactly. Is that happening then another time? Is it only running once? That looks a little bit sus, doesn't it? That doesn't look too logical. How can I find which one that is? That might be executing that. I think that's something for tomorrow. But some good progress with the systems. I will submit the systems and the changes probably now, because that was a nice addition. Now systems are even better and easier to register for the ECS system. So I think it's because we're not running all the clusters in the culling and assigning. It's my current assumption, which is a little bit odd. Because I would have thought that that happens. Debug group. But I mean, if I increase this, it always goes further, right? Ah. At all. Hold on. I see. But even then, isn't 0, 0, 0 then the only one where this can happen? Because it's the only one where our invocation index is 0. So it's the only place where we check point light 0. Okay, yeah. Good. But then we only check point like... Ah, that can't be right, right? Because now the cluster index probably is as well garbage. Exactly, and then we get the view matrix, right? Wait, what? Oh yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes kind of sense. Yeah. Probably. I'm not sure what the height of my camera is again. $100. Ah, but I went down a little bit, right? So that probably is correct. But then we only check it here against that cluster, which is okay. Do we check it against another? So we check more light indices. Why do we check more? Wait, hold on, what? Why do we check more light indices? That doesn't make a lot of sense. Okay, wait, we put all of our stuff in there. And then we go through. Is that maybe wrong? Wait, hold on, is that maybe garbage? Oh no. But isn't that then all garbage here? Yeah. I see. So I do think that is definitely a problem. Maybe we add an enabled flag. And we set it to default false for all of them. Then again, yeah. I still don't quite get where it's going wrong. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, maybe that's wrong. Maybe the cluster calculation is wrong. But even that is the same, right? So yeah, no idea. I will probably have to 69.4, and we have that the same thing, right? Already now. Yeah. Which is anyways not really needed, but yeah, I am not sure. It's a bizarre thing. But we will look at that tomorrow. So yeah. Thank you very much. Actually, we can SBO global light indices. Is that? So it has a visible point light count, right? Even though it's a little bit garbage, not gonna lie. At that index, we write our point light index in. And then in SBO light grid cell, at the cluster index, we write the count. That's a little bit weird, that looks a little bit arbitrary. Like it's random memory. I guess we can debug that, right? That's the last thing I will look at. So if I debug 0, 0, 0 again, and I go all the way to the bottom, okay, of the main function, of course. Then we have a cluster index, hopefully, of 0, yeah. Now we have visible point light count 0, visible spotlight count 0. Well, unfortunate. Hold on. What is that? Oh well. I guess that's garbage. No, it's not too many point lights. Shema. Hello. How is it going for you? But I was about to turn off the stream, but thanks for joining in again. I hope you're doing fine. We will continue tomorrow though with some more debugging of the lights. No worries. We can talk again over Teams or something like that if you want to. Thank you. But you only saw half of it. Look at that. This beautiful, where is it? Render graph. See, that's my render pipeline. And that's the shader, the graph that renders the terrain. Basically a triplanar thing. Where is it? Here. And you can build like similar to Unreal, right? Shader graphs and stuff like that. I don't think you saw that, maybe, or maybe I showed it to you already. I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah, light is not working currently. Because yeah, light only works if you get very close, and then even then it's broken. It seems like right now. Cool. Ah, it's up here. Okay, well, that's weird. Okay, so I broke it even more. Here you see a little bit of blue tint here. But yeah, light is definitely busted. So yeah, I need to look at that. All right, have a nice rest of your evening. I will head out and we will continue tomorrow with some more light debugging, because I want to get that done to get it out of the way before moving on with the terrain. Doesn't make too much sense to continue on that, and like doesn't make sense to ignore that problem and just move on. All right, have a great rest of your evening. See you tomorrow at 7:30 again, and yeah, bye bye.